So I don't know why I'm doing this, but I was thinking about before I go out on the Dog Walk Chronicles, we have breakfast. Gussie, okay, Gussie. I know. Gus gets cranky. You know, I can't peel the orange quick enough for Gus. I'm just sitting there peeling the orange, and he starts whining and barking at me like I'm not going fast enough. Stop. Don't knock the table. So anyway, so we eat breakfast before we go out on the Dog Walk Chronicles. And I get what I've been buying at the grocery store for years, what I call dollar bread. You know, that cheap bread, the Giant brand or the store brand. And, you know, because it's like $1, but now it's like $1.67 or $1.29, I forget. But, you know, it's not dollar bread, but it's dollar bread. Anyway, the dollar bread, you know, the big loaf, the white loaf that's enriched, so it's got the vitamins and minerals you need for a healthy diet. Anyway, so I was thinking today about, I was getting Gus's, see, I can't give him biscuits all day, and when I'm trying to eat, he's gonna be bugging me. So I just put a couple of pieces of toast in there for him, so when we have breakfast, he gets his dollar bread toast. And so I pop a couple pieces and toast them up till they get nice and crispy. Usually I burn them. Then, you know, you got to scrape them off and get the black, because, you know, the dog doesn't want to eat burnt toast. Actually, that dog will eat anything. You'd be surprised the stuff he would eat. I won't even tell you because it's gross when we're walking around outside. But anyway, so the dollar bread, and I came across now I didn't see the dollar bread this week, so I had to get the fancy stuff, the Sunbeam, the $2.49 bread, or the probably like $3 bread. That's the $3 bread, the fancy stuff. So anyway, I opened it up. I hope it lasts as long, because the dollar bread will sit there for, you know, it'll last a week or more. Sometimes I've had some weird dollar bread, and I'm just going, is this even bread or is this cardboard? Because it just, like, there's been times when no one's eaten the bread and it just sat there, and I just kind of wondered if it was really human nature, you know, if it was like not natural, like plastic or something. But sometimes it just lasts, and you just wonder, no bread should last that long. Bread should get moldy if it's real bread. So you wonder what dollar bread is. Anyway, I opened the dollar bread up, well, the $3 bread up, and it got the end piece. And you know, sometimes you get the end piece. That's the one. That's where all the flavor is. That end piece is the one. That's the hero of the loaf, the thick one. Sometimes you get the end piece and you get like that little sliver, and then you get a regular piece of bread that's almost just like a slice of bread. There's nothing special really about that, because that thin one is just, you know, it ends up getting paper crisp. It's just doesn't do it. But when you get the little extra thick one with the crust on the end, those two on both ends, because there's always one on both ends, now you're living high on the hog. That's the good bread. There's the one with all the flavor. Sometimes we make sandwiches, and I'm thinking we make sandwiches for a local, you know, food bank. And when we're making the sandwiches and I see that end one, I think, man, that's I know they're not lucky, but that's the lucky guy that day who gets that piece of bread. And if you get both ends, somehow that happens, your sandwich is made with both ends, as far as I'm concerned, that's a party. That's a party. You got the good, that's the one with all the flavor. So anyway, I just wanted to say that I was thinking about dollar bread today before we go out on the Chronicles and talk about what's today's gospel. Today's the Feast of the Lateran. the Basilica, the Lateran Basilica. Anyway, so we'll see you on the Dog Art Chronicles later. And if you get the end piece of the dollar bread, well, this is your blessed day. This is your lucky day. So, just a little thought while we're toasting up some. We'll make this a little more crispy for Gus, because you know dogs like bones, so they like something crispy. So, have a nice day.